Starbucks is a powerhouse. With nearly 33,000 stores worldwide, it took its own sector by storm. Starbucks is probably best known for its coffee, but that's far from the company's only source of revenue. In fact, they took an innocent tool, the gift card, and turned it into a powerful new business model. Many rivals tried to replicate what Starbucks did, but the Seattle company has a few tricks up its sleeve, leading us to ask, is Starbucks truly just a coffee company? And can their model be repeated? Starbucks' founders learned their trade pretty well, and since its inception, they always looked out for ways to grow their empire. Back in 1971, three fellas named Baldwin, Bowker, and Siegel opened a small coffee shop in Seattle. It was in historic Pike Place Market and took its name from a character in Moby Dick. Customers liked the style, and in the next few years, they opened other spots all over Seattle. But it wasn't until '83 that the Starbucks we know was born. That year, their head of marketing took a business trip to Milan, and there he was impressed by Italy's coffeehouse culture. So he came back with a revolutionary idea of expanding Starbucks into a national chain. And who was this head of marketing? It was Howard Schultz, who of course later became the CEO. The founders in the beginning were pretty skeptical of Schultz's Italian business idea. So bye-bye. He left the company in '85 to start his own coffeehouse chain, Il Giornale. But life has a sense of humor, because 2 years later, Baldwin and Bowker sold the company to Schultz, who quickly began to put his plan into action. In 4 years, Starbucks expanded into over 100 locations, and in '92 the company went public. Over time, Starbucks redefined its sector. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Before breaking down its model, let's say that for Starbucks, commercial success is not enough, and its immense growth comes from the ability to find alternative revenue sources. They're not alone in this, because many major companies came up with innovative ideas and business models. Take Spotify, for example. They adopted a subscription-based model, where users pay a monthly fee to access content instead of buying it for themselves. This system provides benefits for both parties. The subscribers bring revenue to the company, while the customers pay for a subscription, less money than they would if they bought the content. Another example is YouTube, and its source of revenue from advertising. Just like in good old broadcast television, in this model, the company's revenue comes from third-party advertisers, while the viewer gets to enjoy the content for free. So the key lesson here is that these companies don't just create and sell products. They make sure to have many revenue sources to expand and stay afloat. Now, what Starbucks did is pretty unique. They took the gift card, you know, that thing you often get as a present from bosses and relatives, and they turned it into something new. For Starbucks, your gift card is essentially an interest-free loan given by you, the customer, to the company, and they repay this loan through goods or services, such as coffee or beans. Well, the dividends produced by this are more than you can imagine. Just think, people buy around $12 billion in gift cards a year. This is interest-free money to be used all across their business. And according to CEO Howard Schultz, it's growing. But there's more. With Starbucks, you cannot redeem any outstanding amount on the gift card. So if there's any money left in there, you cannot claim it. You can only buy Starbucks products. This is gold for them, because the amount of unredeemed gift cards is enormous. It's around $150 to $200 million every single year. It's called breakage. It's basically a donation to Starbucks. In addition, between 25 to 40% of the gift cards are just lost before they're used. In finance, this would never happen, that someone doesn't claim the money they lent. So Starbucks borrows money for free and uses it as they see fit. And then sometimes they don't even give it back because people don't ask for it. They just made it sweet to be a debtor. All things considered, they earn an interest rate of 10%. But do customers benefit from this? Or do they just donate money to a corporation? Well, this system is also a powerful marketing tool. Starbucks introduced their gift cards in 2001, and in 2011, they launched the mobile app. It allows customers to load money onto what is essentially a digital credit card to buy items in store. And here's the thing. Customers earn rewards in the form of stars, which they can redeem and get free cappuccinos, for example. These rewards are a sort of return on investment for the customer, and they bring people back to the shop. But also, customers earn more stars if they use their Starbucks card in the app. So that's an incentive to keep a balance on their cards. Now, can any other company do this? And maybe provide financial services to retail customers? First off, the concept of gift cards is by no means unique to Starbucks. For example, they were popularized by Blockbuster in the 90s, and nearly all companies have them today in one form or another. But many cannot do what Starbucks does, and they tried. Take PayPal. The company works in a similar way as Starbucks. When customers add a balance to their PayPal account, they are making the same interest-free investment as a gift card holder. But here's why PayPal failed. If with Starbucks the only way to cash out is to buy their products, with PayPal, users can always cash out because they can transfer their funds into their own bank accounts. In other words, they can take their money back. This means that PayPal must always store their customers' investments in some bank account or bonds, so that they have a reserve in case a customer wants their balance back. Then, PayPal cannot generate the same interest-free loan as Starbucks does. And on top of this, there's very little breakage, because people don't forget to claim the money they're owed. Now, Starbucks might have some advantages and tricks that's unique to them, but everything can be replicated. So what if another company wanted to follow the same footsteps? Let's imagine that we ran a small business with a couple of diners that sell pancakes, and we wanted to design an app that works as a sort of gift card. We could take what Starbucks did and mix it with the tricks of two other giants, McDonald's and CVS Pharmacy. Let's unpack this. Basically, the model we saw consists of an investment reward system that provides benefits for both the company and the customer. So first, CVS offers customers a 2% cash back through their Extra Care cards. Basically, you receive a sum on your purchase that you can use on future visits. Also, cardholders gain access to discounts, providing incentive to come back to CVS. Second, with McDonald's, the app operates more like Starbucks, where you earn rewards through purchases that you can redeem for free items. But burger fans also have access to exclusive deals where they can save money with every purchase. So it's just a hypothesis, but if Starbucks were to offer something similar to these two companies, a discount on coffee for app users or a cashback program, maybe they could potentially grow their customer base even more. So going back to the pancake example, we could design a simple app for our diners and couple both systems together. We could include bonus points, a small cashback, and some exclusive deals once in a while. Also, you would have breakage, and over time, you'd be able to see how much it is and how it grows. Not only that, you could also take this further and create a partnership with other joints, so the points earned through your app can be used in other stores around town, such as cinemas, gyms, or whatnot. Because the more one can use your points, the more valuable these points will be, and this will make your business popular. Overall, in the 51 years since its foundation, Starbucks has grown from a small company into a worldwide giant. So much that streams of coffeehouses try to imitate it. And some of this boom is related to their gift card program. The system is outstanding, and it works almost like a bank with less regulation. It provides them with negative interest loans from their customers, while strengthening the loyalty towards the brand. Many tried to repeat it and didn't get the same result. But in business, the sky is the limit, and variations of this idea can be used and expanded.